Okay, so round 2 of trying to kill this specific Borgia captain. I have to admit, he is an absolute douchebag. He just runs away all the time, and I will admit, this is a failed attempt. I want to ruin it now, purely because I don't want to get your hopes up, because that's just pointless. This Borgia captain is probably the worst in the game for me right now. I think it's my fault though. I did make a mistake here. Well, and then again, I didn't know I could make this mistake, and it feels like using the force there. What the hell? I didn't know I could make this mistake because, as you're going to see, things work out quite well. I'm going to hide in this. And as you're going to see though, this is so good. I'm like super stealth man here. I'm like Solid Snake. I am just so stealthy. Took them both out in the hiding spot. How did I even do that? I have no idea. Don't even ask me. But basically, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull out the crossbow. And I want to use the crossbow here because it's silent, it's long range, you know, you can kill people one shot. One shot, okay? Look at that. Boom. One shot. So easy. However, that doesn't work on the captain. Yeah, I didn't know I couldn't use that on the captain. I mean, it takes 2 shots, I think, to kill the captain. So it's recommended just to walk up and stab him, yeah? So this footage right here, basically pointless. Don't know why I'm even showing you, but I am, because I'd like to show you the failed attempts. I mean, it's all well and good editing out the good stuff, like editing out the bad stuff. Yeah, I'll edit out the good stuff. I'll keep in the bad stuff, like I've done here. Wow, that was I was gonna say something bad there. That's ridiculous. There we go. This is probably this is probably one of the worst things I've ever done in Assassin's Creed. I mean, obviously I looted that guy, so all things are fine. This guy here, look, I lock onto him, and oh shit. He doesn't die in one hit, and I put the crossbow away thinking, he's dead, and no, he's not. That is absolutely ridiculous. So I threw the guy's body in the river, like, yeah, fuck you. So now we're going to go over to La Volpe, and I kind of ruined it there, but you know, La Volpe, I mean, you probably already know that. I mean, most people have already played this game by now. If you're an Assassin's Creed fan, you've definitely played this game. I'm going to commandeer a horse here. I actually called that using the whistle thing. Oh, so good. You can actually stand on the horse as well, which I'll show off later on. But anyway, I'll shoosh.
Ezio.
La Volpe. I'm surprised to see you.
And why have you appeared at my door? Wait, I know the answer.
You always do.
You want to put my spies to work?
Then join me.
In aiding Machiavelli? No, thank you. That man is a traitor to our order.
A serious allegation coming from a thief. What is your proof?
He was an ambassador to the papal court and traveled as a personal guest of Cesare himself. I also know he abandoned you right before the villa attack.
Machiavelli may not please all tastes, but he is an assassin, not a traitor.
I am not convinced. He is meeting someone in the Trastevere right now. Care to accompany me?
I will follow.
Double agent, spy on Machiavelli with La Volpe and persuade La Volpe to rejoin the Brotherhood. Full sync, do not get detected while reducing notoriety, remain undetected while rejoining La Volpe at the Thieves Guild. Wow, that was a long one, and I actually think I messed up a word there. Oh well, who cares? Some of the things are like really long, then some of the specifications for getting full sync are ridiculous. As you already know, some are like, you know, don't get hit, don't get caught, and this is don't get caught, like ever. Do not even be seen. And oh my god, the temptation strikes again. The Borgia captain is back. I'm going to try again. You know, third time's a charm, as they say. I noticed there's 2 guys down there, and I don't have 2 blades right now, so I can't get a double assassination, so it's time to pull out the crossbow, because it's a one-hit kill on some people, and the crossbow bolt sort of went between that guy's legs and bounced off. However, I think that was good, because it's kind of distracted these people to go away. And what I'm thinking here is if I can climb on the boat, I can get on the top of the boat and get an air assassination. However, what I didn't realise is that there are people who are looking at the boat, and I'm kind of getting caught here. I'm gonna get like so killed. I'm gonna get like wrecked. The guy's gonna see me and run off. But thankfully it doesn't happen. But oh no, this guy's on a roof, and they're on the roofs, and then they're gonna see me, and they're probably gonna kill me. I can't pull out my crossbow here because I'm actually I can't balance properly. But thankfully, I get the assassination, and that guy dies. Finally, third time is indeed the charm, and I just take this guy out, you know, just to vent my frustration out and punch him straight in the face. So good. And here, this guy here decides to kill himself. Just watch this. He's like, you know, he just puts it out and just jumps in the water. Why did he do that? I have no idea. I think it's actually because he was sort of floating on top of the water. Oh, sorry, I've got something in my throat and I can't get it out. And I've also punched that guy into the water as well. Water seems to be an instant kill. Like in Assassin's Creed 1, if you fell into any form of water, you would die. And that's just really unfortunate. I don't know why old assassins couldn't swim. Right, so this mission here, I would actually suggest that you do this one last, because it actually introduces notoriety, and it can make the other missions a bit harder if you don't do this one last.
What do you make of that?
Volpe! My son Claudio has been injured!
They are going to shoot him.
I will kill these. Go! Get the others!
Okay, so the main part of this mission is actually to kill these crossbowers here, and it does recommend that you pull out your throwing knives because you can hit multiple people if you charge it up. However, as you can see, I've decided that I'm going to use swordplay. For some reason, no idea why, but then I realise they just keep backing off, and it's very hard to get near them. So I've decided, guns. Guns work very well because they don't need to be reloaded, and they are fantastic. Long range kills, one hit, one kill, absolutely fantastic.
Quick, hide from the guards.
I cannot. They are going to kill me.
Pay attention, do what I do.
Okay, so the second part of this mission is leading this little scallywag out of here. He's been injured, so he can't really run and climb, which is very unfortunate for a thief, because thieves are known for their free-running ability and their speed, of course. What you can do here is actually blend in, and I almost failed the mission here because this guy got stuck on a horse, I think. What an idiot. So what we want to do is find a little group to blend with. There's usually a group here, where I'm walking to right now, and unfortunately, I was trying to get them to turn around, and they just stood there. This one looks like Rebecca. Is there a woman there? She kind of looks a bit like Rebecca. Interesting. There actually are a few women around who have Rebecca's hairstyle, which kind of reminds me of Rebecca. I don't think that's like an actual thing. Maybe it's just a hairstyle, but you never know. It could be a little Easter egg. But yeah, just kind of blend in with people and oh god, pardon me. Woo. Blending with people and bring him around. He doesn't need to be blended. You do, and there you go. Easy peasy.
Claudio! Molte grazie, messere.
Keep out of sight for a while. Desi?
The guards are looking for you.
I see they have posters up.
Then rip them down. You can pay the heralds a few florins to silence them.
Or I can eliminate witnesses.
You know how to disappear.
Okay, so just like in Assassin's Creed 2, the best way to do this is to pull down one poster and then kill an official, because posters are 25%, heralds are 50%, and officials are 75%. So 25% and 75%, 100%, you back down to 0%. Very easy. This guy here, the kill was so brutal, the game didn't even want to show it. Just check this out. There you go. I stood on his face and broke his neck. That is hardcore. Loot the body. He just has like a very small amount of florins on him. That's really weird coming from an official. You'd have thought he would have had more. You thought he'd have had more. But yeah, I'm going to commandeer a horse here. It's a white horse. Very good. Once you commandeer a horse, you can actually press triangle and whistle, and it'll come back. Or you can actually get it wherever you are. But let's go meet La Volpe again, shall we?
What a night this has been.
Volpe, listen to me. I know what we saw, but you have nothing to fear from Machiavelli. I am sure of it.
I have you to thank for saving Claudio's life. If you believe Machiavelli remains loyal to the Order, I trust you.
So, what of the thieves?
We had plans to repair this old building, but now that you and I are working together, I would like to know what you think.
We need to make sure the Borgia stay away. Perhaps it could look like an inn.
Yes. I like that idea.
Then I will make it so.
Okay, so like we've done with everyone else, we're just going to upgrade their place. Nice and easy.
Pleasure was all mine.
Welcome, Ezio, to La Volpe Addormentata.
The inn looks perfect. No one will ever suspect its real purpose.
The guild will be run from here. Visit me whenever you like. There might be objectives to pursue that will help our cause in the city.
I see you thieves compete against each other.
You can participate if you wish. Perhaps you will show them a thing or two. Ah, yes, I forgot. We also have gambling. It is a great source of income, especially since we ensure that the Borgia guards always lose.
One last thing. I need your spies to find the apple. It has been taken from me.
We are searching the city for it already.
Molto bene. Come to Isola Tiberina with your findings.
I shall.
Alright, so we've actually got the aid of La Volpe now. La Volpe is of course a master thief, and like I mentioned last part, I said that maybe 2 parts ahead of this, 2 parts ahead of the last one, so 1 part ahead of this one, we'll actually go get the Borgia Towers. However, I lied. I actually have tons and tons of footage of me just running around the countryside trying to find the towers, so that is where the length came from, and of course speeding it all up, I realised that a lot of it is just me faffing about and being stuck in the country. So yeah, the Borgia towers are going to be this part. I don't know how I flipped that guy off, but I did. That sounded different in my head. Okay, this guy here, he's going to talk some smack, so we're going to listen to the guy talk, but he's going to talk some smack, and we're going to show him how a true assassin beats his prey.
I have experience with the assassins. I know that. Do what I do, and you will be safe. Cut off his escape!
Exactly. Do what I do and you will be safe. Ride around on a horse so that I can see you, and of course, don't have yourself protected by any guards near you at all. These guards were way too far away to protect him. I just run up, pull him off his horse, stab him straight in the throat. Yes, do what you do and you'll all be safe. Don't you worry about it. So now we're going to go around and fight some more people, of course. I have to kick a woman in the tits. I mean, that's just standard. You have to kick a woman in the tits. You've got to do that every day. I think that's like a standard exercise routine back in the Roma. Anyway, oh my god, my throat like sounded like a fart noise. Hear that? That's like a weird sort of croak. Jesus Christ. And I'm going to, of course, use my awesome... What the hell happened there? I like killed the guy but didn't. Really interesting. Of course, I'm going to use my awesome move where I, put the sword in them and shoot people. That does expend ammo, however, so, do keep count of your ammo. When you actually kill people with a counter-attack, I don't know why I'm pulling out my fists here. I think I just want to keep one guy alive to tell the story. And he dropped like a stone. What the hell? Yeah, you always got to leave a guy alive to tell the story of how an assassin killed all his friends but let him live. And no one knows why. Very mysterious. I like that. Of course, that doesn't actually happen, but it's a sort of weird fan fiction I can write in my head. Anyway, let's talk about the Borgia Towers. Of course, as you know, they can actually unlock areas, and you can buy, like, like here you got the Fabbro, which is, of course, the fabrications, which is, of course, the blacksmith. So, you can unlock things like that, and it's all well and good. You get discounts, and you can get your armor and weapons, and you can repair stuff, and all that hoopla. It's very good, especially for florin grinding, as I've mentioned several times now, but let's just watch this explode. I mean, in all honesty, you don't even have to do the Borgia Towers. I mean, some of them may possibly be mandatory at some stage in the game, but you don't really have to do them. It's sort of optional in a sense, but you really do need to do them. Well, what's this guy doing in the background? See a guy shuffling? That's so weird. Anyway, you kind of need to do them. I say need, it's more like... how do I word this? Because it is optional, but it's sort of... highly recommended, you know what I mean? And this is actually an empty faction building, and I like to fill these with courtesans. I don't know why, I just like them. Courtesans are the best, and their building always looks nice. It's got like flowers and red all over it. I don't know, it's nice, as you can see there. Very beautiful. Anyway, like I say, it is optional, but it's highly recommended that you get the Borgia Towers, because, as you know, you can get things on unlocked shops and fast travel stations and all that stuff, which is very good, of course. But honestly, if you're not going for florins and you're not trying to, buy armor straight away and buy all the best weaponry, if you just want to play the game, it's not necessary to do. You don't actually need to do them. So, there is that. And I want to talk about something. The towers you know, they contain the captains, as you know. Some of them are very, very, like, different from each other. Some of them, they will fight you to no end, and they'll be so hard. They're like tough as nails, ridiculously strong, and you'll see one of those coming up soon. And some of them, like you've seen before, absolute pussies. The second you show up, they disappear, and it is so hard to kill those ones that run off. I think there are more of them that run off than there are that fight you, which is really unfortunate. Although the ones that fight you are really strong. I mean, you'll see the guy coming up, he is so hard to beat. I had to kill the guys like around him before I could even touch him. That's how ridiculous it was. Here I'm going to actually loot this guy. That's not the important thing. I'm going to pick up the guy and throw him down, because I know for a fact there are 2 guys down there, and they will get distracted by this body. Now if I had the double blades, the double hidden blades, I could actually jump down and get a double assassination. However, I don't, so I can only kill one of them. And of course I chose the wrong one here. I chose the like little scrub guy instead of picking the sort of, I guess he's sort of like a lieutenant type of guy. I'm not exactly sure what these people are. They look like the captains, but I'm sure they're not. Anyway, so I probably should have chose that guy, but oh well. This guy's going to run away, and I'm actually going to pull out my sword here because I can actually hold down square and shoot people. Very helpful. As you can see there, I somehow cancelled my shot. Not exactly sure why, and I'm not exactly sure how, but there you go. And I shot him in the back, so it's fine. These guys are still going to continue to fight me. No idea why, and I'm just going to kill them. Easy peasy. A few people are going to run away. I'd recommend following them because you can actually lead your way out of there. They'll like help you get your way out. Jesus Christ, I'm stuttering like a madman. So they'll actually guide you out of the place, which is helpful. And here I'm going to struggle climbing a building, as I always do. I can never climb these towers. Don't know why. They're just so complicated for me. Anyway, let's ignite this tower. Oh my god, I fell? Really? What did I do? Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. Jesus Christ, report me. Alright, so I'm going to ignite this tower and let's watch it burn. You gotta love that music. And like I say, some of the captains are ridiculously strong and some are ridiculously weak. You can kind of tell which ones are which by like going over the difficulty. If you go into the map, which is select, or you can press start and scroll down, then map. You press R1, which not exactly sure that is on PC or on Xbox, but you can press R1 and you can actually, as you can see there, you see the map. Oh my god, that was so fast. You can see the map. It says Borgia influence. I just killed a guy there who had a white horse with some sort of like pack on it, which I think it's nicer to have a horse with a pack on it. Here I'm getting like wedged on a thing, which is really weird. But having a horse with a pack on it, it's sort of, you know, it's warmed up. It's got some a little bit of a warmth on it because it's got a blanket over its back. And I like that. Anyway, I decided just to kill that guy for no other reason than it's a cool horse. There actually are armoured horses, which I like to call war horses, because that makes more sense. And the war horses, they don't really have any benefits. It's just aesthetics, really. But I like those better, and when they show up, I steal one, and I have one. It's my own now. Aha. But if it does die, then you can't actually call it back, and you'll just get like a standard horse. This guy here, this guy is the hardcore badass who I couldn't actually assassinate. I was pressing square, can't assassinate him, don't know why he's like unable to be killed. And because I've actually used my crossbow on my left, I no longer can just use medicine whenever I want to, which is sort of like the detriment behind that. It's like, do you want to like trade out medicine for a crossbow, which I can't actually use a crossbow in a fight, so, well, you can, but it's not really, you know, effective. So it's one of those things where it's a sort of trade-off, risk-reward type thing, which, and there you go, I love to use this move. I use this all the time. Whenever I get the chance, I will use the move which I can just easily kill someone, sweep around, kill another person, and like I mentioned before, that does expend some ammo, so do be careful of that. I wish they had more stuff like that where you can actually get like a double kill. So that's so cool. I think you can actually use that with a hidden blade. I'm not exactly sure though. Here they've nicked my horse. I don't know why they stole my horse. I'm sure they had their own laying about, but they decided to steal mine, which means I have to slap my horse in the side and knock it over. Of course I do. Really unfortunate, and apparently I stuck my sword to the back of that guy's spine, but it didn't kill him. And here you can see I'm trying to kill this guy. He is so hard to kill. And whilst I'm killing this guy, I'd just like to mention that the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood game, that sounds so weird, introduced something very, very special. And I'm not going to ruin it just yet. I don't want to ruin this, because if you've never played the game, I don't really want to spoil that's something that's really huge, a really big part of the game, but they never use this in any other Assassin's Creed. You can argue that in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag they used a similar system by having a lot of crew members and stuff, but the crew members were just there. They didn't really do much. It's just sort of they exist. They're not really like assassins. But Assassin's Creed Brotherhood introduces like more people to have in your Assassin's Creed, and it makes it feel like there's more people actually behind you. I'll finally kill that guy, Jesus Christ. there's more people in the Assassin's Creed, and it just makes me feel like I'm actually not just a lone blade in the crowd anymore. I actually feel like there's someone, or there's some people, there's more people than just me running around and trying to make the world a better place, as it were. You know what I mean? It seems as though in every other Assassin's Creed apart from Brotherhood always feels like it's me against the world, which I know it may not be, because obviously in other Assassin's Creed games you've got the people who are behind you, you've got your little teammates who run around with you in some missions and stuff, and it's like, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. But honestly, 2 people trying to take on like 20 guys, I can see it in the world of Assassin's Creed, but in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood it makes much more sense to have many more people like they do. And I think the actual reason why they never brought it back is because it was fairly powerful. I mean, it wasn't powerful enough that it was like game-breakingly overpowering, but it was just sort of very strong, you know what I mean? It was strong. And here's some women showing up like in Assassin's Creed 1 and in Assassin's Creed 2. Of course, just throw them some florins. I mean, I have lots to spare, and I will have loads more because I'm currently florin grinding. As of doing this commentary, I'm florin grinding. Oh my god, I'm like rolling in the money. Unfortunately, I don't want to buy any of the big things just yet. I want to kind of record those. I don't want to like leave them out, because the big things, they exist in real life, so you can sort of imagine that they belong to Ezio if you ever see them in real life. If you ever go to Rome, those things are still standing, I believe. So, you know, it's kind of awesome to think that in the game you can see places that exist in real life, and if you were to go there, you would see them. And I know Ezio isn't a real person, of course, but if you could see through Ezio's eyes, then, you know, they would be there. And it's really cool. Here I'm going to use the move continuously and just take on everyone. I was actually in awe of how awesome that was, so I just sort of froze for a little minute and I was like, oh my god, I really did that? That is fantastic. But like I was saying about the whole actually acquiring a real Assassin's Creed, I mean, Ezio becomes known as Il Mentore, or Il Mentor, whatever you want to say, but he becomes known as the Mentor, which means like the teacher. Which of course is a fantastic title to have. I mean, he is basically the most master-assist of assassins there ever was. If he was the person who was the perfin, did I say the perfin? I think I meant to say person there. If he was the person who was teaching every assassin far and wide, like how to assassinate and how to exist, and he's teaching them culture, arts, and teaching them everything that exists in the Assassin's Creed world, he must be the best assassin out there. I mean, you could argue that there are better assassins because of like their moveset and how like effective they are at doing what they do, but Ezio taught people. That's the most important thing, I think. Ezio becomes a teacher, and eventually later down the line of his life he does quit the Order, which is very unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that he would remain with the Order until his death and then like be surrounded by all his allies and then die with them. But if you've ever seen the Assassin's Creed Embers movie, then you'll know how that ends. But I think that's a very fitting end, because I'll not ruin it, because I'll talk about this at some point else. At some point else. Do I even England? But I'll talk about this at some other point. But it's a very fitting end, I feel. Here I'm trying to be very stealthy. I have no idea why. I like to be stealthy in games, especially in Assassin's Creed. I like to try and be stealthy whenever I do things, but unfortunately, they have spidey sense and they know where I am. This guy here, I believe he's a pussy, so he'll run away. However, I get in there real quick and stab the guy. Oh yeah. And this guy here almost kills me, but fortunately he's like, oh my god, my captain is dead. Let's leave this guy who is about to die in one more hit live. No idea why he decided to let me live, but he did. This is the last Borgia tower we're going to do for this time, because this is the only tower I can do. This is the only last tower. That makes no sense. This is the only tower I can do within this area because every other area is locked. So there we have it, guys, every Borgia tower that we can actually physically do right now. And of course I've been unlocking places like the blacksmith, the tailors, the making courtesans places and stuff like that, because I need to go floor and grind. As of right now, I am going to floor and grind so hard. I'm probably not going to get like millions and millions, because once you unlock the big places, that's when you start earning the mega florins. But as of right now, we're earning a little bit, you know, it's enough to get us going, and we don't really need as much florins right now, but the more the merrier. So I thank you guys for watching. Please do leave a like if you like, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!